we've rolled out a solution to the funeral profession called Legacy Pro. At a very high level, it is providing market intelligence. I know funeral homes track their competitors. They want to have a litmus test as to how they're doing in a market. And the way in which they do it is all over the map. They may have someone at the end of the month who's got to go and do a tally, go to all the different websites, go to the newspaper properties. So we now provide market intelligence for funeral homes across the country. You tell me who you want to track, we'll give you a dashboard, you log in, you'll see the call volume by location.
The way that Legacy, since you've been on board, has partnered with funeral homes, there's a whole lot of value and positive in that relationship. But I'm a big fan of whatever works. And you know, I'm getting ready to do a live webinar for 400 funeral professionals in New York. And I will get asked every single presentation that I give. I still run an ad in the newspaper, or I still put a billboard out. Like, do I need to stop doing those things and only do social? No. Whatever works is what you should be doing. If you're getting great value out of that billboard or that newspaper ad and you can track it and there's value there, then continue to do it, whatever is working. And I think that Legacy is one of those components where you can have more exposure, which is really what you need. This is a relationship business. So the more consumers in your community that you can get in front of and build that relationship and provide value to them is huge. And, you know, Legacy is doing a great job of bringing that traffic also back to funeral homes.
40 million hits a month, okay, that people are going to visit. There's not another website besides the Funeral Nation show that gets that much traffic in the entire funeral space. All right. So there has to be, you know, from our profession, there has to be acknowledgement, you know, from us in the field and owners and directors that that's a positive thing for our industry. And, you know, listening and understanding what you guys do, you really are an advocate and help funeral homes, but it's a matter of them really, I think, better understanding what the benefits are.
When someone searches online for one of your funerals, what do they find? Here's the story of 2 times people set out to find funeral information and what happened. When Anne heard that her friend Winnie died, she Googled to look for an obituary. The right obituary popped up right away, with links to Winnie's local newspaper, the funeral home website, and the correct funeral service listing on Legacy.com. So Anne was able to send flowers and attend the service. And she remembered the funeral home when her own mother passed away 3 months later. On the other hand, in the very same town, there's Jill, who heard that her friend Chuck died. When she Googled for his obituary, what came up? Wrong person, wrong funeral. Jill missed Chuck's funeral. And later, when her own father died, she just Googled from scratch to find a funeral home nearby. So, what was it that let one of these funeral home searches succeed and the other one flop? These 2 funeral homes both invest in good websites where they publish high-quality obituaries, but only one of them went the extra step and broadcasted those obituaries to everyone who cares by syndicating them for free through Legacy.com, where more than 1 billion visitors last year found obituary and funeral information. So when people search for that funeral home's obituaries, they find them right away at the very top of Google's first page. More people see those obituaries, which means more guests come to that home's funerals. And that means more leads, 3 times more leads. The truth is, obituaries are your most valuable marketing tool. If you put them where people are looking, that's the power of syndicating your obituaries. And that's why more and more funeral homes are syndicating for free through Legacy. Take it from them. No one can read an obit they can't find. Legacy has the audience our homes want and need to be in front of every single day.
So the truth is, Legacy's, a top 50 website in the United States. It gets 44 million monthly unique visitors to their site. which makes it a powerhouse in terms of trying to help consumers find obits and information about funeral homes. So the truth is, we are a strong software infrastructure for newspaper partners, so that if you go to most of your local newspapers' online obituary sections, it will be powered by Legacy. And we also work significantly with funeral homes across the country, from consolidators to large independents to small mom and pop funeral homes. And what we're really trying to do there is just make sure we maximize the distribution of their obituary, their funeral home brand, which I think in turn, drives more opportunities for them as a business. So I kind of describe Legacy as just the behemoth that is, but it's a really good channel in which to make sure your funeral home is present and that you take advantage of. We do it in a number of ways. I think one of the things I'm probably most proud of is our involvement in Fund 45, but also my role on the Funeral Service Foundation Board for about a year now. And we have been supporting the Funeral Service Foundation for 5 years. And there's an initiative that's called Fund 45, and it typically comes out around NFDA. And Legacy matches dollar for dollar up to $22,500 every single year for donations made to Fund 45, which in turn supports Funeral Service Foundation. So, and we have been doing that 5 years, and we've hit the number every single year, and we continue to do that, or will continue to do that as long as we can.
I want to talk about one channel today that I think is super important for funeral homes to start recognizing and paying attention to. And that channel or medium is Legacy.com. Good friend of mine, John Heald, licensed funeral director, funeral home owner, and has been with Legacy for many years, understands the power of the obituary, but also the power of the consumer, right? And Legacy.com has been at the obituary business online, in the obituary business online since, believe it or not, 1997. 97, folks. Because of that timeline, you may or may not know that Legacy is a top 40 trafficked website in the world. I will say that again. Top trafficked website, top 40 trafficked website in the world. Pretty incredible, right? So There is so many options available on this website now with John Heald, again, a good buddy, a trusted partner, somebody that cares deeply about this industry, is working hard to inform funeral directors about the availability of their new service, which is called Legacy Pro, which is a free service. It's a free listing. You need to go out there and claim your listing on Legacy.com because it's your favorite four-letter word, free. Again, top traffic website in the world, free listing, and you can add photos, videos, any content that you want, the description of your firm, the services that you offer. And like many other instances, most of your competitors aren't claiming those listings. So another service that they have wrapped into that is competitive tracking. So through the power of the obituary, they're able to tell you exactly what's going on in your competitive market as it relates to obituaries being posted either online or at the funeral home's website or at the physical newspaper. So we'll be talking more about this opportunity down the road, but I certainly wanted to make sure that you knew that it is really important that you reach out to John Heald. His information will be above in the description to reach directly out to him. Great guy, awesome funeral director, and has the best intentions for our profession. Legacy.com, Legacy Pro is something that you really need to pay attention to.